And Chris, we're not in for ideal baseball weather in this one. It's cold out there, so it'll be interesting to see if that impacts the game at all.
Boog, this is one of those nights where position players want that pitcher to have a nice tempo. Keep things moving. Don't take forever in between pitches because it just makes it colder out there. You get stiffer and you're not ready to make a play like you need to be. So that's the emphasis, I think, on cold nights.
So just about set now. And today's starting pitcher, Carlos Rodon. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Francisco Lindor. Swings through that one for strike 2. 1-2. Hit in the air, right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. Okay, let's check out the lineup. Not a whole lot going their way offensively the last few games, Chris.
Yeah, Boog, and that can put more pressure on the pitching staff to try to limit the opponent to just 1 or 2 runs a game, knowing that their offense is not scoring right now. And that never really works well because you try to be too fine and you end up giving up a lot of runs. So we'll see if everybody can just relax, bring things together, and perform at a level that they're capable of.
Outside with a breaking ball. That one ripped left field. That's back there. And that one is out of here. His 9th homer of the year. It's 1-0.
You almost feel bad for the baseball when Juan Soto hits it. His swing is so powerful. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
So 1 out, nobody on. Pete Alonso up now for the Mets. Fouls one off. 2-2.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
On the ground, right side, Goldie. Steps on first for the out.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
2 down, base is empty. Next is the cleanup hitter for the Mets, Mark Vientos. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's an early 1-0 lead. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back at Yankee Stadium, getting the nod in this one, Tyler McGill.
Well, he's putting together a really nice season on the mound. ERA in the low 3s. Very respectable when you consider guys are looking to do damage. They're not trying to just walk and hit singles. They're trying to hit homers and draw walks and score runs. So when you have a guy that can limit the other team from scoring more than a few runs, that's really tough to beat game in and game out.
And now here is Trent Grisham. And a count 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. And down on strikes he goes. Now one away.
Well, I'm not really sure why he let that one go by. I mean, out of the hand, it had a lot of the strikes, so sure, it had some good arm side run at the end to move to the outside part of the plate. But with 2 strikes, you got to be ready to swing it there, and you can't leave it in the umpire's hands.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one. Punched out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Here comes Cody Bellinger. The pitch. And now 2 balls and a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. That's inside. And now 3-1.
First 2 hitters get punched out on strikes. Take some notes from the dugout. When you get your chance, go up there and hit the ball hard somewhere.
Hit in the air right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone. He sends it out of here. It's 1-1.
He was able to hit one out in this weather. Are you kidding me? How did he do that? Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Goldie getting ready to hit. And strike 2.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Off the mark there. 2-2. Tied up here in the early going.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
2 down, nobody on. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Now he breaks his bat. Alonso. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. All even now at 1-1. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back now with the Subway Series. And here is Brandon Nimmo.
Here's a batter who, for whatever reasons, plays better on the road, and that should help him here today.
Good job to fight that one off. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Marquez.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Marte, the next to hit. Out to short. Volpe tosses across the first. 1 out in the second. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
The 1-1 is cut on and missed to the pitch upstairs. Just missed.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
Brett Beatty in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. To kick the 3-2. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, they didn't give him anything to hit, and now with runners on first and second, they've set up a double play opportunity. So not a terrible result.
First and second, 1 out. Brett Beatty will hit next.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Unafraid to throw it right there. That's trusting your stuff. Just 1 out away from getting out of a huge jam.
Now, the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor.
And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Tyrone Taylor. 2 on, 2 outs. And a count 1-2. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. That's towards center. Grisham trying to get there. Drops into the glove. And that's the 3rd out. 2 left for the Mets. Score remains deadlocked at 1. And we're back. Bottom of the inning. And now the DH, Jason Dominguez. That one finds the zone. 3-2 now.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Taylor takes it in for the out. And there's 1 down.
Batting 6, the shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. 1 out, bases empty. The shortstop takes the ball.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
The 2-2. Got him swinging.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Austin Wells now at the plate. 2 outs. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Yanks held in check. Score remains tied 1-1. Top half of the 3rd inning. Now it's the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with 1 swing.
Next offering is in for a strike. Swing, and he breaks his bat. Tosses to first. Lindor retired.
Got to feel pretty good for the pitcher. Absolutely sawed him off. Bat explodes. And then he makes an easy play on it. Pretty satisfying if you're out there on the ball.
Juan Soto now. Breaking ball misses down and away. That's in for a strike. Nasty pitch. Rodon ready. Here comes. And a foul ball. He stays alive. One down, base is empty. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. Grisham drop step going back. And gone out to the deepest part of the field. Another homer. His second home run of the game. And the Mets jump in front. It's 2-1.
That right there is a game changer, and it might end up being the most important swing of the game. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
One out, base is empty. In steps the polar bear, Pete Alonso.
Well, on the mound, this is a spot where he's got to treat this as a clean inning. Forget about the home run. Forget about now being behind on the scoreboard. Start fresh and get those hitters back up to the plate as quickly as possible. Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
And now it's Mark Vientos. That misses the zone. 2-1. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Now batting, the left fielder, Brandon.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. It's in and out of his glove. But they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, here's the third baseman, Oswald Peraza. Swing and a miss. Activity in the bullpen. Dedniel Nunez up and loosening in the pen. Cabrera also throwing. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
It's almost like he's telling the guys in the bullpen, stand down, I got this.
The second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
Up to the plate steps DJ LeMahieu. And that one fouled off. Looking to get the tying run on base. In the dirt, and the count is 2-2. Make it strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back
Now
to the dugout. Got a pitch to
fielder,
hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. Next offering upstairs.
2-1.
And he chases a high fastball there.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hit in the air out to center field. And that ends the inning.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Yankees.
back, and now on the mound to start the
Number
fourth,
71.
Ian Hamilton.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Well, one-run game. Starling Marte digs in now.
Marte.
Next offering is fouled back. Set down on strikes. That was pretty nasty.
The catcher, number 4,
Francisco Alvarez, the next to hit.
Alvarez.
Here's a 1-1. And a swing and a miss there. Hamilton is what you're looking for in a good reliever. The ball stays in the ballpark. It's so hard to square him up. One down, base is empty. Cut out and miss. Struck came out. Coming out of the bullpen throwing BBs.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game. Yeah, he stays out of the middle and pitches either at the bottom or at the top on the edges. And because of that, if you do get it in the air, it's usually just a high fly ball. And when it's down in the zone, it's on the ground.
Judge makes the play, and it's out number 3. Back in the Bronx, here is Aaron Judge. This guy makes great contact, one of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
And a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. He's got it. 1 away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into
batting,
his
the left
highest
fielder,
gear
Cody.
and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Little chopper rolls foul. That one just missing inside. And now it's 3-2. Fly ball down the line. Soto gets under it. Brings it in. Out number 2.
Now batting, first baseman,
Paul Goldschmidt now. Swinging it much better this season in away games than here at home. Two down, nobody on. Late on that fastball.
One ball.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Ripped to short. Fires over to first. Inning over. Down in order go the Yankees. They're down 2-1. Back in New York, we go to the top of the fifth. Here's the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
The 3-1. In the air, out towards left center. Bellinger calls it in, and there's one away. It feels like we might be headed towards a rain delay if the weather doesn't ease up, Chris.
Yeah, the umpiring crew are going to pay attention to how the weather is impacting this game, and the moment it becomes dangerous, I think, is the moment we'll be forced to take a break.
And 1-2. Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touch down for a hit. Around first, digging for two. The throw to second is offline.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Great hands on that swing. Took the barrel right to the baseball, caught it out front, and ripped it into the gap. At that point, there's probably no question in his mind that he was going for two. That's just a great feeling.
Here's Juan Soto. Man at second. And ball four to aboard.
Take it, base.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's gonna have to buckle down right here.
Here's Pete Alonso. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable, and because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Line and a base hit into right. And they hold the runner at third, but the bases are loaded now with one out.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with two strikes. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Ian Hamilton departs, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for the
left-hander out of the bullpen, Tyler Matson.
Number 68.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
And next for the Mets, Mark Vientos.
Mark Vientos.
Bases loaded, one away. Next offering misses, and a count 2-1.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. That misses the zone, and now 3 balls and a strike. And a swing and a miss. It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do.
Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
Well, it gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult.
That ends the inning, so we take a break. Mets leave them loaded, but they still lead it 2-1. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Edwin Diaz.
Now pitching.
Now, this is an extremely confident pitcher. He loves the pressure. Actually likes the 1-run game better than a comfortable 3-run save opportunity because that's when he pitches his best.
Just missed.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing, you can tie up the ball game. But if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
Yeah, that's fouled off. And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. Anthony Volpe in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
You know, Boog, it's been said these guys are savages in the box. You can see it right there with such tight plate discipline.
No outs, runner at first. And now the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. Diaz throw to first, and he's back in on a dive.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score on a ball in the gap.
And it remains 2-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Just missed. Austin Wells in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. With the winning run at the plate, and the home team trying to pull it out. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's one down.
The catcher, number 28, Austin Wells.
Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
Diaz checks over to first, and he's back. Tying run at first, the winning run at the plate. Just missed.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Runner on the go. Ball outside. Save at second, and he easily steals the bag. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Dominguez over at second, one down. Sliced hard but foul. Right side. Soto gets under it. Hauls it in, 2 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Oswald.
So last chance for the Yankees. And the batter now, Oswald Peraza. So the tying run at second. They're down to their final strike.
Well, a come-and-get-me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
That one way outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Diaz is just 1 strike away. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game.
Another solid outing from him out of the bullpen. He's up to double digits now with his 10th save of the season.
And your final score here today, 2-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.